This image was taken on a Fuji film X-H2. This one was taken on a Sony Alpha 7 R5. People say that Sony cameras have no soul, but today I want to tell you why Fuji cameras also have no soul. Let me explain. So let me qualify this. No camera has a soul. It's simply a metal box full of wires, dials, levers and pulleys. It does nothing other than take the image that the photographer wants it to. The images seen in this screenshot were taken over a period of 25 years using 16 different cameras. Each one of them has my soul, my creativity, my imagination put into it. None of the creativity of these images came from a camera. The definition of soul is emotional or intellectual energy or intensity, especially as revealed in a work of art or artistic performance. That cannot come from a camera. It can only come from the heart and mind of a photographer. As some of you know, a few months ago I switched from Fuji to Sony. It was not an emotional decision, it was a practical decision, and it was a hard decision. As I said in this video, this is not something I take lightly. It's something I do every 10 to 15 years, and it's something I do based on my needs, not my wants. I've had dozens of cameras over the 40 years that I've been doing photography. Some amazing, some not quite so. So when people say a camera has a soul, it makes me smile. What they're actually saying is it's a camera that makes them want to shoot. And that's a different thing. A camera doesn't have a soul, but also a camera doesn't want to make you shoot. What makes you want to shoot is your own inspiration and creativity. Very often these days, it feels like people want to boost their creativity by changing camera systems, be it from Sony to a Fuji, from a Nikon to a Canon. They feel that by buying a new camera, that they will want to go out and shoot because that camera makes photography fun again. And to a certain extent, that's true. That newness, that desire to learn, that learning curve of a new camera inspires you to go out and shoot. But that doesn't last, and that is no excuse to buy a new camera system. There are other ways to inspire yourself, to put the fun back into photography without having to buy a new system just because it's a fun camera to use. Changing systems is an expensive proposition for a short-term fix. There are alternatives to boost your creativity and to get fun out of the camera that you own right now. So what do I mean by that? Well, just go out and explore new locations, explore new techniques, new genres of photography. Use the gear that you've got. Be inspired by the world around you and not the adverts you see on YouTube. One way to put some creativity back into your photography is to do a project. Back in 2021, I was going through a fairly dark time emotionally. I had some family problems, and also we were still in the midst of COVID. I happened to be in London at the time in the photographic doldrums, so I set myself a project. That project was called Glimpses of London, and the idea was to go around my hometown, my home city, and shoot iconic locations, but not as the main part of the image. They would be a suggestion of those iconic locations rather than them being the centerpiece cliched shots. It was a project that really inspired me to get out and shoot with the gear that I had. One that allowed me to be creative and think outside of the norms that I normally shoot, and get some great images, and I'm so happy I did it. Now, project can be anything you want. It can be cobblestone streets, it can be bicycles against lampposts. You just need to think of something that you like, something when you're walking down a street you think, I'd like to do a project about that, and just go out and do it. You don't need to buy new gear to do that. You simply go out with the camera you've got and you start shooting. If you'd like to see some more of my images and my own thoughts on photography, please visit my website and blog. The link is in the description below. So another way to get over gear lust, this desire to buy a camera because it's fun, is to go back and look at some of your old images. You can go back like I can 25 years and pick out shots and think, wow, that was really a good shot. And you know what? It was taken on a camera that's technology would be out of date 10 years ago, and yet it's still a good shot. You got the shot. It was your soul, your heart and mind that got that shot. The camera was only the tool. So if you start to get that FOMO, that feeling that your camera has no soul, your camera is not fun anymore, take a step back. Start thinking about what you shoot. Start expanding what you shoot into new genres, new ideas, new projects, and start experimenting. Not just in the shooting, but in the post-production. If you do this, you will soon find out that you're right. Your camera doesn't have a soul. You have a soul. You have creativity. You have imagination. It's down to you to get out and shoot and make your camera fun, not buy a new camera because it's fun. So I'd like to do some more of these videos where I speak my mind about photography and just talk about my experience and my understanding of photography. Short videos to camera. If you would like to see more of these, let me know in the comments below. Let me know if there's some sort of area of photography, some thoughts about photography that you would like me to talk about. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up, and a subscription would be even better. And I will see you in the next one.